guys, my name is Johanes Adhitya Hartanto. My friend usually call me Adit. I am 20 years old from Semarang, student of Atma Jaya University in Fakulty of Industrial Teknologi in major Informatika Engineering, right now in 5th semester. My student number is 150708396. Okay, it is not about my personal vlog. Halo guys, kamarnya jadi tempat studio guys. Ada Gaby guys. Gaby.
Prok, kali.
Halo. Kita mau rekaman guys. Not about my workout tips. Guys. This video will tell you about my English final project that called UNPLANNED. For that, I will thank to God for the smoothness of this process while in video taking for this final project. Also, Miss Dita, who helped me and guide me to finish the project. And not forget my friends Gaby and Satya, who helped me to recording this video for my final project. So without talking any further, let's talk about the topic. Okay, here we go. Unplanned invention. What is unplanned invention? It is some new invention or a new product or maybe some accidentally moment that you don't realize that is happened right now or in the past. Most of you will thinking what is unplanned invention. Okay, I got some paper and have a statement like this. Jeans and rivets were invented by an accident. Explain how this unplanned invention can be very useful for human beings. Find other examples of unplanned invention in the world and explain how they can play important roles in human history. What would happen to humanity if those unplanned inventions did not happen in the world? Explain. Okay, so this topic is very interesting, right? Because there are so many unplanned inventions is already exist in our world, and if you realize it's very useful for human beings for our daily life. Okay, by the way, those unplanned invention was invented by an accidentally moment, and there are so many people who have a brilliant idea to expand and enlarge their product into their invention. Okay, back to the statement that jeans and rivets were invented by an accident. Okay, that statement is already studied in our English class, and I would like to tell you a short story about it. Many of you may know Levi's brand, one of most popular brand of jeans. Okay. Levi's was invented by Levi Strauss. It was an accident in 1850 when he was learned about that pants, a sturdy pants would stand up with the rigors of a digging in a New York mining that almost impossible to do it. They found kind of canvas into a pair of stiff, but it broke. The miner was delighted with the result, and when Strauss ran out canvas that a material used for the jeans, he wrote a letter to his brother to send more, and then he created some cloth that called denim. Word of denim come from search of denim, because it found it Nimes France, and now its popularity is known as jeans. Then Jacob W. Davis firstly occurred when he added some rivets to the pants to specify a mean-tempered miner called alkali ike. You may asking what is rivet is. Rivet is like a button that attached to your jeans right now. Many of you never notice what it is, and you never think what is the function of the tiny button created from Cooper. It is used to tie the pockets and jeans together. Then they mix the Cooper rivets to straighten the jeans of the pants that tend to tear easily. Okay, there is a little story about how jeans and rivets was invented. And there are so many unplanned inventions that you never notice. It is founded by an accidentally moment. I will explain 4 kinds of unplanned invention which now still popular and useful for human beings. Okay, let's get started. Let's go to China. Wow, it's cool, right? Great Wall of China. Okay, here we go. Who doesn't know about tea? The famous drink that always the best served every morning before we doing our activity. Only by pouring hot water into cured leaves and add some sugar and some flavor like milk tea, green tea, and etc. You can enjoy your perfect morning. But did you know tea has been already exist in its 2030-73 before century in China? Tea was invented by unplanned moment. Emperor Senu, one of the most popular emperor in China, was invented the tea when he was pouring hot water into a cup, and then suddenly the leaves drop into his drink and he tasted. Apparently, smell is very good and the taste is so very good. The legend was documented and Emperor Senu became the inventor of tea. Tea used for some substances that used for medicine in that age, for some herbal drink, and that used for antidotoxic. Then his life was ended because he drank a poisonous potion and he didn't have time to drink the tea toxic that caused body inflamed. So that invention have sadly story because Emperor Senu sacrificed his life when he invented a tea. Okay, that is a story about how tea was invented by Emperor Senu at 2373 before century in China. Okay, let's go back. Oh, okay, we already back here, and now I want to tell you about tea benefits for our body. First, it dissolves fat. Second, decrease body weight. Third, decrease heart attack and stroke risk. Fourth, it protects our bones. 5. Prevent cancer. 6. Increase body metabolism. 7. Increase dental health. 8. Eliminate sleepiness. 9. Prevent diabetes. 10. Increase mood, aka mood booster. And 11. It against free radicals. Okay, proceed to the next unplanned invention. Next is microwave. Did you know who is the person behind microwave? That is Percy LeBaron Spencer. An engineer from the United States of America became the first person who was invented the microwave. He was born 19 July 1984 in Howland, Maine. He was known as microwave inventor that invented accidentally. When he was past an active radar set in his workplace, he found his chocolate and in his pocket was melted. And from that accident, he wanted to develop it into an invention. From that event, Spencer decided to do an experiment to his invention by using some kind of food that is popcorn seed, and it is become a first popcorn microwave. Other experiment is when he put an egg in the kettle and directly put a magnetron under the kettle. Then the experiment was explode and hurt one of his friends when he observed the kettle. At last, Spencer created an open microwave in the world created from closed box of metal. Inside it radiates electronical wave. Magnetron radiated microwave inside that box that bounce inside it to make its wave under control and safe. Then he put some kind of fire inside the box and observed the effect of that heat. Without that invention, many of people will struggle with their job. People use that thing for like a bakery, cooking will be helpful by using the microwave. That is the story about microwave. That was the explanation about how microwave was founded. Next, we will talk about pacemaker. That is, maybe some of you not familiar with that sound, and I will discuss about pacemaker, what it is and how it founded in the past, and I will tell you about how it functions until right now. And can you imagine if it is not founded until right now? I will explain it in the third UNPLANNED invention. Okay, let's go. That is pacemaker. Maybe some of you wondering what it is, because it is not sound familiar. Like in bahasa Indonesia it called alat pacu jantung. Yeah, that invention already saved many lives of human because that small little things. Hear the story. Some engineer from Universitas of America, Wilson Gertach, working with his equipment to record a heartbeat for human pulse. That resistor was an electronic component that have an electrical resistance normally 10,000 ohm. An electronic component and has wrong that create 1 mega ohm component electric. As a result, an electronic circuit was pulsed in 1.8 millisecond and stop and then pulse again. So he was observed that pattern looked like a human heartbeat. Then the pacemaker was invented and used until right now. So what is that small little thing called pacemaker used for? Problem of heart rhythm that called arrhythmia occurs when an electrical that produced from your heart not working properly, that causing your heart beat too fast or too slow or beat irregularly. This thing used to adjust the heartbeat for them who has that disorder, that have a slow heartbeat or fast heartbeat. So that pacemaker should implant to this body that can replace the function of the heart. It will automatically supervise and adjust heartbeat by flowing an electrical signal to stimulate your heart when it beats slow. Can you imagine if there is no pacemaker until right now, how some patient who has a heart disorder, especially heart rhythm that called arrhythmia, can survive? Okay, at last I will explain the last UNPLANNED invention. That his name is Goodyear. It is about some company from United States that maybe you don't understand, and some of you already know what it is. Okay, let's go. Dang! Hello! Maybe some of you will asking what is Goodyear. Goodyear. It is the largest tires company in the world. And some of you already understand it. So you may asking what is Goodyear and what is the purpose for our daily life. This invention will be start with discussion of vulcanized rubber. The inventor of the vulcanized rubber is Charles Goodyear. Born on 29 December 18,000 in New Haven, United States of America. When he doing his experiment, he was failed when create some rubber that can resistant with hot and cold temperature. Then, accidentally, he was spit out tin, sulfur, and rubber to the mixture of hot stove. This mixture immediately charred but not destroyed, but it still can cut, but still sturdy. That invention create vehicle tires, shoes, container, and etc. He found the vulcanized rubber in the year 1839 and patented that invention in year 1844. That rubber tires becomes a tire that can resist with hot and cold temperature. Then this company established by Frank A. Schaefer in Ohio, United States of America. That company name is Goodyear to honor Charles Goodyear as the inventor of vulcanized rubber. And now this company has approximately 65,000 labor with 48 company that spread in 22 countries in the world. Because that invention creates some good material, can you imagine if there is no invention like this? How can some tires made from wood, shoes made from glass? Goodyear is very useful for human beings and make good product so many people can use it for their purpose. Okay, that was an explanation about how Goodyear was invented. Okay, that was my explanation about unplanned invention. So from my explanation about unplanned invention, I will make my conclusion about how unplanned invention and what can we learn about it. So from the story that I already tell you about unplanned invention, this unplanned invention was invented by some accidentalist moment or unplanned plan that some people who has a brilliant idea would enlarge their invention becomes a new product that can be used for human beings. Without those inventions, maybe some of you will be struggling with your life. And that invention already helped many people to help their daily life for doing their activity, their job, and etc. By learning that invention, that experiment, they can make some new brand and new invention that can be used until right now. So, what do you think? Can you create your own new invention by some accidental moment? Yes, you can. So you can become like them who was become inventor that can invent many moments, many products to help human daily life. Okay, that's all about my video about unplanned invention. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.